Hey, what's up everybody, it's Metro Game 75 here today at Terror playing Sakura Succubus 4 Part 12. Alright, let's get started. I fear you might hold it against me, but you have been surprisingly cordial. Oh. I did hold them against you, but I have since learned to let it go. It does not let for adults to hold pretty grudges. I would like to think myself more mature than that. You are very mature indeed. Perhaps I could learn a thing or two from you, if I am able to be a well-respected leader. I have always had something of a short temper, but lashing out at my subjects rarely solve any problems. It only makes a matter of them resent me or fear me. I would prefer them to augment my rulebook not by oppressing others, by appeasing them. The succubus realm will be a better place, I think, if I'm able to manage my own temper. Finally, Yui turned her gaze upon me, her powder blue eyes soft and gentle. Thank you, Hiroki, for being so nice to me and for showing me such a good time. Your kindness is most appreciated. You don't need to thank me for that. I was only doing what came naturally. That's very sweet of you, Yui giggles. I wish I could stay longer, but I fear I have tarried long enough. As it is, my subjects will start to fret as to my whereabouts. If I am absent for too long, the succubus realm may collapse. Yikes. Thank you, all of you. I have most enjoyed our reunion, but now it is time to say goodbye. Please hold me in heart, my dear Hiroki. I do not know when next I will be able to see you, but I will never stop thinking of you. I really do love you. I love you too, Yui. I wish I could stay longer too, but I wouldn't want to keep you away from your work. I get chewed out by my boss if I'm 5 minutes late and I'm only a photographer. Being a princess of a whole nation must come with an unprecedented amount of stress. It's a lot of work, guys. Yeah, it is stressful, yes, but it is less so knowing that you exist in the world and that you care for me. Now I shall take my leave. Farewell, my dear subjects, and farewell, Hiroki, my dearest subject of all. Yui presses a feather-lighted kiss against my mouth, then quicker than blinking, she disappears. Where once Yui sat, there is nothing more than empty air. She was only here for a day, but I miss her already. It would have been nice if she could stay longer, but I know this isn't our final goodbye. We'll see another again sometime, perhaps sometime soon. We'll go on dates like we did when we were teenagers, newly infatuated with one another. I'll take her to the countryside again, and we'll go for a long walk through the fields and paddle in the crystalline rivers. Or perhaps we'll come back to the beach so we can enjoy surf and watch the sun setting. Either way, I'm sure we'll enjoy ourselves. Yui was my first girlfriend, and while she's no longer my only girlfriend, she still holds a special place in my heart. It doesn't matter that she is a succubus and I am a human. It doesn't change my feelings for Yui, not one bit. I am really fond of her. The rest of the day passed pleasantly enough after Yui's absence. I got to the beach and get into sandcastle building competition with Cosmos and Hazel, with Cosmos wins by a large margin. She has a good eye for artistic stuff. It must be because of all those photos she takes. Cosmos takes a lot of victory snapshots of her winning sandcastle and even a few photos of my less. I missed. Damn it! Why did I skip? Well, it's too late now. My palace is not grandiose enough to be called a castle. Was at least be able to stay up, but Hazel was an utter disaster. It collapsed in on itself like an overbaked flag, leaving nothing in its wake but an unshapely pile of sand. Yeah, that's a big fail for Hazel, huh? Time slips away from us as it won't to doing, and before I know it, the sun has set. The 6 of us return to Ayu's beach house to eat Hifumi's delicious cooking, and after our meal, the owner of said beach house sidles up to me. Okay. Hey Hiroki, Ayu looks at me quaddishly, her eyelashes fluttering. I don't know if you noticed, but it's quite the beautiful night. The stars are shining and the ocean looks dark and mysterious, like a mirror. There's a bit of chill, but it's not too cold. In fact, it's rather, I'll use voice drops to a whisper, romantic. I've always wanted to go on a starry moonlit walk alongside the person I love, so If you're not too busy then. Hey guys, listen up. Sheesh, Hazel came in a rush. Hazel's loud voice interjects as it won't do anything. During this vacation, she hauled me out of bed, stupid o'clock in the morning, barges to me and Yui during private moments, and now she is intruding on Ayu and I. It's almost comically how insensitive she can unwittingly be. But Ayu doesn't look remotely amused. She is like, look at this face she's making right now. She's like, you need to die. You need to fucking go. In fact, she's pouting. Can't this wait? I was trying to talk to Hiroki. You can talk to him anytime. I've got something I want to share with all of you, and it's a super important. Oh my gosh. I think you all love this new plan of mine. What plan? Bruh, look how they spell her name wrong. They call Marina Maina? What? Who was sitting on the couch with Hifumi idly flicking through TV channels, gives Hazel an uneasy side eye. This doesn't involve ghosting again, does it? To Marina's credit, her voice only trembles a little when the dreaded G word comes up. If I wasn't aware for phobia, I might not even notice that small slip up. I wouldn't mind going out for another walk in the woods. I confess, I am quite curious about the shrine. Perhaps we could try to break in. It was secured by a lock, but it must be quite an old one. I am sure with an old finesse, I could remove it to reveal all of its source of wonders. Hifumi's eyes light up. Perhaps that shrine is... Oh, shoot. Shoot. Perhaps that old shrine is full of old abandoned equipment. I am sure it is filled with long forgotten treasures, dusty perhaps, but of great cultural worth. Like what? Oh, I don't know. This is the only hypothesis, but I like to believe it's full of items for rituals, or maybe torture equipment. See, yep, you can tell by this face she's making. She wants to torture. Now she is surprised. Okay, now the tremor of Marina's voice is palpable. It's funny she of all people would balk at the thought of rusty old torture devices, given all she's done to Ayu and Hazel, but she must make a distinction between humiliation and outright mutilation. As sadistic as Marina can be, she's never once tried to tear out anybody's fingernails. Yikes! Ooh, that sounds kinda cool. Of course you'll be excited for anything like that. Hazel, meanwhile, seems to have no compunction about torture. I never knew she was into things like that. Do you know much about torture implements, Hifumi? Oh, only a little. I'm interested in human history, no matter how gruesome it may be, and I do like to research. Oh my, what the fuck is wrong? She's into all of that. What the hell? I know that in ancient times, some secluded villages had a particular rituals. The residents in these villages worshiped raft gods, and to appease them, sometimes they would. I think that's enough. I have no interest in hearing any more spooky stories. Thank you, Hifumi. But these aren't stories. These are true tales sourced from historical documents. I have hard evidence that suggests many centuries ago, the residents of several small, secluded villages scattered across Japan would indulge in bloody thirsty practices such as... I don't think Marina's interested, Hifumi. Maybe you can talk about it some other time. Very well. I'll abstain from derailing the night with my silly interests too much. Okay, my apologies, Hazel. Hifumi bows her head contritely. What were you trying to say before I was really interrupted? It's alright, don't worry about it. I interrupt them all the time. We ain't gonna back on the shrine though. At least it's nothing onto my to-do list. Sorry about that, Hifumi. I thought we could let it said all go out to the beach, you see. Hazel grins, then pulls a colorful cardboard box out of form. Somewhere? Where was she keeping that? Anyway, it's way too big to slot into a pocket. I guess I'll chalk it up to Succubus magic and try not to question the precise physics or lack of too much. I brought a whole bunch of fireworks with me, and I thought we could go set them off on the beach. Fireworks? Look at Cosmo's all surprised. Cosmo stares at Hazel, her mouth agape. You mean the sort of that you see at the festivals? The fireworks exploding in the air? Like the bang bang? That's exactly right. I couldn't think of a more fitting description if I tried. I've gotten a whole bunch of rockets in here in all sort of colors, and I'll bring along some sparkles. Do you want to give it a go? It's such a nice night. These fireworks should show up really well. Oh, I want to. I want to. It sounds like fun. Fireworks, I find them rather vulgar myself. Vulgar? What are you, scared? Like, you're old enough not to be scared of any fireworks. You're too old to be scared of them. And not necessarily noise, but I suppose it is not as bad a suggestion. Certainly it's superior to the silly test of courage you had us embark upon. If you wish to set these fireworks off, I can always advise. I do not trust you to do it without setting yourself on fire, Hazel. Fireworks? She doesn't even trust Hazel at all, guys. How lovely. It has been a long time since I saw them. I will be more than happy to join you, though my curiosity about the old shrine has yet to be doused. Please, if women drop the shrine, I don't want to think about that place, much less go near it. It's so rundown, it's a health and safety hazard just waiting to happen. Yes, man. Hifumi giggles coldly. I'll try to behave. Really? You better. You're doing that face again. Oh. Well, I'd rather would spend this night alone with Hiroki's side. But all you sound so excited, I wouldn't like to ruin your fun. This is pretty bad timing, but alright, fine. Sheesh. Ayu eventually declares with some of the forcefulness. We can set off these silly fireworks if you want. It is summer after all. Just don't expect me to whoop and cheer like an idiot. I'm not a little kid. Then it's decided. Hazel punches her fist in the air. Let's go and set these bad boys off. I'm sure it'll be lots of fun. Yeah, of course. with those Unipop flirtation eyes of yours. Bang, crackle, pop. Wow, that was a super big one. The colors are so beautiful. It's unfurling the sky like the petals of flower. It's not like these fireworks are anything special. I've seen better in my time. I'm not so immature. I'd be surprised by a paltry display like this, but bang, crack, and pop. I guess they're kind of pretty. They remind me of shooting stars. They are nice, right? Aren't you glad I bought them? Glad is a bit of an overstatement. I'm indifferent, really. You're so tough to please, Ayu, but don't worry. The next volley's gonna knock your socks off. Are you ready, Marina? I'm ready when you are. Okay, you can collect the next badge. Right, that should do it. Oh, that face. Yep, she's planning on something. Whoosh, r/whoosh. The Reddit thing, if you guys know about r/whoosh, but it's kind of dead, I guess. Ooh, these rocks are going very high indeed. They have disappeared into the sky. I wonder where they're going to explode. The waiting adds to experience. It feels like we're at a real festival. Yes, indeed. All that's missing is goldfish scooping all the stalls selling takoyaki. Speaking of which, I am rather partial of festivals. They take place at shrines too. Please, enough about the shrine. Haven't we left that behind us? Very, very far behind us. Back in the forest where it belongs. I have no desire to go back there either. It was creepy and dilapidated, and I bet it was full of bugs. Of course it was. Bugs can be charming though. Not cockroaches or wood slice. Wood lice? I've never heard of that. I gotta search that up. Oh, that face. Yep, you guys can actually tell this is not gonna be good. Wood lice and cockroaches. Hey, look up, guys. Here it comes. Bang, crack, and pop. How charming they are. Red and yellow and green. My. They're simply beautiful. That's pretty impressive, actually. I have quite a low opinion of Hazel at the best times, but she outdid herself with these fireworks. They are lovely. Were they expensive? Maybe a bit. Bang, crack, and pop. But the money's no object. I just want to make this holiday one to remember. And it certainly is. You have excelled yourself. Goodness me, these fireworks are beautiful. Bang, crack, and pop. Hifumin's odd sigh, coupled with the popping of fireworks, drift down the beach carried on the crisp night air. Hifumi, Hazel, Marina, and Ayu look like they're having a lot of fun. But where's Cosmos? Cosmos is nearly a little way apart from them, playing with a sparkler. She looks kind of lonesome on her own. Should I join her? Yeah, let's hang out. Let's go to Cosmos. Yeah, I'll see this thing. Yeah, I think I'll see what she's doing, you know. I don't want her being left out. I approached Cosmos with starting wide-eyed at the sparkler and kneeled down beside her. Ooh. Hey Cosmos, are you having fun? Oh, Hiroki. Cosmo turns out to beam at me, her eyes glittering. This is incredible. Take a look at this. The sparkler is so bright, and I'm sparkly. I guess it would be. The clue is in the name. I guess so. Maybe I'm too old to get excited by this stuff, by stuff like this, but I think it's pretty cool. Cosmo stares at the sparkler, pinched between her fingertips, her eyes wide. She's wearing her bikini again, which seems like a bit of an odd choice given the lateness of the hour. None of the other Succubi are in their swimsuits. Cosmos even changed out her swimsuit earlier when she sat down in the living room to eat Hifumi's cooking. But Cosmos is simple. It's a simple being. She's been running on one equation through this vacation, namely that being on the beach equals wearing a swimsuit. Anything else would be scarcelage. Never heard of that word though. Her swimsuit clings to her curves, and I swear the fox cat tail attached to her rear is twitching. Her fingers are curled delicately about the stem of the sparkler, and it is no small amount of the enthusiasm she looks at me. Don't you think this is cool? I can write my name on it. With a look, Cosmo flicks her wrist and, in doing so, spells out her name. I can see the letters in the air for a few seconds before they disappear. It's just like magic. It's funny you should say that. Being a succubus, you can actually use magic. Compared to your powers, this shouldn't be anything too special. But it is special. But the fireworks are very pretty. But this is so sparkler. But this sparkler, and I'm on the beach with you, and I'm having lots of fun. You know, Cosmos shifts a little closer to me, smiling gentle as she does so. I've never seen fireworks before, or use a sparkler. This is all very new to me. Really? I blinked perplexed. I thought you said you've seen fireworks at festivals. I have an anime, manga, TV, and dramas, but I've never seen fireworks in real life before. Maybe this is the first time. I haven't been in the human realm all that long, and when I first came here, I haven't did it have anybody to go with. Though I wanted to. I asked Aya, but she was too busy. And anyway, she wouldn't want to be seen dead with me. Cosmo sighs. I was kind of lonely when I first came here. This was before I started my Rapid Pound account, so I didn't have any fans, let alone friends. I spent most of my time watching anime, reading manga, trying to make myself feel less lonely. It kind of worked, but when I saw these characters going to festivals or the beach or theme parks, it made me even sadder. Yikes. I want some friends too that I could go out with, that go out and have fun with. I was afraid it never happened. I'm kind of awkward, in case you hadn't noticed. Well, socially awkward, that's what she is. Cosmo scoots a little closer, but bears shoulder brushing mine. She grips her sparkler tightly like a talisman, and her smile serene. Then I met you. I fell in love with you the moment when I saw you, and I'm really glad we can be together. We've had so many fun experiences already, but there's even more fun on the horizon. When I'm with you, my heart feels all light and trembly. It's like all my worries have disappeared. I'm glad to hear it. I feel happy when I'm with you too. You're the most adorable girlfriend in all the world. And you're the most wonderful boyfriend. Cosmo giggles to herself, contented. A brief silence passes between us, broken by popping of fireworks, which is now very distant. Hifumi's wondering exclamations. Then Cosmo speaks up, her voice is soft and sweet. The beach is so pretty at night. What with all the stars? It's so peaceful. I was wondering, would you mind staying out here with me just a bit longer when all the others go back? I'd like it if we could spend some private time together. Just the two of us. Let me put up this song right now, the two of us. Just only a couple seconds. I'm not very good with words, so maybe what I want to say isn't coming out right. But with actions, I should be able to properly show you how I feel. I think I've got a pretty good idea already. Cosmos isn't exactly the queen of subtlety, but I'm sure I don't mind. I'd just love to spend some more time with you. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Yay, thank you very much, Hiroki. You won't regret it. I'm sure I won't. As questionable as some of Cosmos' wardrobe choices are, she's too cute not to spend. I arise early the following morning to the sound of the squalling seabirds and the shore. I luxuriate in my bed of For a few moments, content to enjoy the warmth that envelops me. Lazing around like this feels nice, you know? But while I'm not as gunch-ho as Hazel, I didn't come all the way out here to lie in bed. I could do that anywhere. I sit up stretching and raise my arms above my head, then evocated, I rise from my sheets and ready myself for the upcoming day. I get dressed, I splash my face in the bathroom, and head downstairs. And I'm greeted when I enter the open plan living area with a familiar scent of Hifumi's miso soup. She's standing by the stove stirring a pot of stuff, a golden yellow brown mixed with a bit of cut tofu. Ooh, tofu. And diced spring onions. I mean, tofu's the best. If it tastes as good as it looks and smells, it should be delicious. Good morning, Hiroki. You're up early, you're the first one awake. Other than Hazel, did she head out for a jog already? I passed her as I was coming downstairs. She should be back any minute. Hi guys. Bye guys. And now, the front door opens with a thud. Hazel flies in, her ponytail bobbing behind her. Her body is slick with sweat, her shirt clinged to her chest, and her face is flushed. She doesn't offer any further greetings than this most perfunctory one. She kicks off her shoes, Hifumi tuts, then slides about the kitchen island and sidesteps the couch like it's a random slalom course. In roughly 5 seconds, she made her way to the way to the foot of the stairs. In a third of that, she scales them and vanishes them from view. I'm watching her blinking as does Hifumi. Hazel does move so quickly. She was less a woman and more blur of limbs. She might as well have been a hurricane. Somebody Kira was in a hurry. She was always like that. I'm afraid one of these days she'll slip and knock her head. I wouldn't want her to hurt herself. Hazel can be rather rash at times. Hifumi smiles fondly, still stirring the soup in the pot. But she is rather young as far as Succubus go. I am sure she will grow out of it in due course on Marina's influence. From what I hear, Marina has done a wonderful job disciplining her already. She truly is a model big sister. I don't know about that. I cast my mind back to a couple of months prior when I first escaped the Succubus realm. I and Hifumi arranged a party to celebrate our newfound freedom, but Marina and Hazel were AWL for the majority of it. I thought this is quite mysterious, you know? So yes, this is the end of today's episode, everyone. Part 12. But there's more, guys. We're almost done. So yes. So thank you everyone for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one.